what I've chosen to do is do mini practices for each Vayu, right? So we're just going to do like little mini practices and just see what happens, right? And so the first one we're going to do is Pranavayu. So Pranavayu, remember the chest region. So you're going to lie down on your backs, please. Just please remember, right? There's nothing, how to say, we're not grasping for any magical or mystical experiences. The practices that we do are well known to you. If you're practicing asana, they're known to you. All that changes every time is your awareness. That's all that is changing. So now the awareness is going towards Vayus. And so therefore the practice will change. The pose will be the same, whatever we've done over the course of, your whole life or however long you've been practicing. The pose will be the same. It's only the awareness that is pulling you in a different energetic, you can say, place in your body. Right? So just lie down to relax your body right now, right? So there's a lot of mental intake. So come now to, again, that mother, right? The mother light, the prana itself, as you breathe in and out of your abdomen in the diaphragmatic breath. And just let the information now settle to the background. You don't have to think about what I said or what was shared with you. It's only important now to feel your breath. Remember, your breath is the wisdom guide, is the guru. Going back to that first prayer and connecting guru with breath, prana itself. Good. Deep inhales and exhales through the abdomen will begin to soothe the nervous system from activity to relaxation now to your parasympathetic nervous system response. And when the parasympathetic nervous system is dominant, you come more into the feeling and intuitive sphere of your mind and body. Let the back of your body rest nicely, softly against the ground, against the mat. Good. And just bring the words pranavayu into your purview, your consciousness, pranavayu. Main thing with pranavayu is, again, breath and mind. The chest region, heart, lungs, then the connection between mind and breath. Then go ahead and take your arms up overhead, stretch your whole body. Good. And then bend your knees, please. Step the feet onto the ground, and you're going to roll up. Push yourself up to a squat, right? And then straighten the legs. Inhale, interlace your fingers, and then rise all the way up and come to Tadasana. So the prana vayu, right? Again, chest, lungs, heart region, and connection between mind and breath. So inhale, you're going to take your arms up. You're going to clasp your right wrist in your left hand, and then you're going to exhale, rotating or side bending over towards the left side. Remember, the inhalation, the intake of experience, the intake of what's outside of you, drawing it in, the vitalizing vayu, the one that gives life to through the inhalation. Good. Inhale, come back to center, and this time take your left wrist with your right hand, and then exhale. You're going to side bend over towards the other side. Good. Closing the eyes, you can always practice a slight ujjayi breath by slight constriction of the throat, so that you can really feel the intake of breath, the intake of that life force from the atmosphere around you. Good. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, you're going to bend your left elbow, right? And then just reach the palm down towards the nape of the neck or the between the shoulder blades, and take the right hand on top of the left elbow, and then draw the elbow back in space. Now you can see all the things that we're doing are just about creating space in our lungs, in the heart region. Good. Right, you want to keep the left elbow close towards the head and then drawing back so that you really open the entire side body here. More focus on the inhalations. What is it that you are wishing to intake from your environment? What is it that gives you this energy and vitality? Good. And then inhale, reach both arms up. Relax the shoulders down, and then exhale, right? This time you bend your right elbow, reach the hand back behind the head, right? Left hand on top of the right elbow. And then again, draw the arm, upper arm close to the side of the head, and then draw back in space. So that the tricep muscle, you can feel it activate. Feet together if possible on the ground. So we start with prana, pranavayu. Then we move to apanavayu, right? Remember, for a yogi, it's important to activate prana, apana, so that they can meet in the middle vayu, the middle wind. That's where we really begin to gain our energy and enthusiasm to do anything in this world. Good. But intake of breath, feel the intake of the experience. Good. And then inhale, reach both arms forward. And then exhale, you're going to take your arms straight out from your shoulders. Draw the arm bones into the shoulder socket. Bend the elbows. And then you'll take the right elbow on top of the left elbow into your Garudasana arms, the Garuda eagle, right? So either wrapping once, twice, thrice. Good. And then pull the elbows away from you. Lift the elbows up towards the sky, lifting the chest, right? Now, when we're focusing on the arms in this way, it's about the back body, the back of the heart, right? The back of the lungs. So when you inhale, that intake of breath, the intake goes straight to the back of the body. The pranavayu in the back of the heart. Good. And then separate your feet about 1 to 2 feet. Good. And then exhale, hinge from the hips, come all the way down. Now slightly round your upper spine as you hang here. Instead of focusing on the exhalations, again, more focus on the inhale. And really feel the inhale, right? The inhale directly connected to energizing the pranavayu in the chest and to stabilizing the mind. Good. And then inhale, rise up. Open out the arms. And then that time, take your left elbow on top of right. Wrap. Pull out. Lift up. Lift the chest, feel the backs of the shoulder blades, especially in the rhomboids, right, between the shoulder blades and the spinal column. And then exhale, slightly round the upper back as you come down. Now the tendency here is to focus on the exhalation, right, because you're folding forward. Again, focus on the inhale, drawing in and up into the chest region. Very good. And then inhale to rise. You come all the way up. Take your arms down, step the feet together. Breathing in and out. Inhale, arms reach up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up. And then you're going to exhale, fold all the way down. Bend your knees, hands on the ground, and then you're going to step back to plank position. Fingers together, if you can, feet together. Now, if you can't hold the body upright, no problem. Bend your knees, but press the chest up by really rooting the fingers into the ground. Good. So you don't want to hang down, really press up. Otherwise, all of you, the rest of you can reach the heels back, legs together, fingers together. Neck, spine is neutral. Really take the tailbone towards the back heels so that you can extend the spinal column out. Good. And now, right? Now, activation, energization is not just through breath, but through that physical effort, your tapas, feeling the whole chest region, the back of the heart, the sides, and the front of the heart activate here. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Remember, more focus on the inhale. Good. And then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Deep inhalations into the chest region. And then next, exhale, come forward into plank. Lower the knees and then rotate the chest up into your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Either knees up or legs strongly lifting here. Good. Very good. And then exhale, lower the knees to the ground. You're going to come to sit on your heels just for a moment. Inhale, take the arms up and then lift up off of the heels. Exhale, hands to the hips. Tuck the toes. Again, feet together, knees together if possible. And then inhale, lift the upper chest region just from the sternum. Lifting the upper chest region, keeping the pelvis over the knees in your Ujjayi. Head can be hanging back or neutral. Camel position. Focus again on the intake of that vital energy into your body. Remember, it's the fundamental energizing force of this universe, of your body. Very good. And with that fundamental energizing force, the feelings of contentment, Good. And then exhale, come back through center, relax the toes, sit on the heels. Good. And then you'll bring your hips off to one side, take your legs forward. Good. And then from here, bend your right knee. You're going to open your right knee out to the right side. Good. As you open your right knee out to the right side, right, you're going to come into preparation for your Janu Shirshasana, right? This head to knee, but we won't be folding forward over the left leg. Inhale, open the arms, lift the arms up. Good. Now exhale, turn towards the right knee, and then try to open. You want to do a nice side bend as you lay the left arm or left side body over the left leg, and then reach the right arm up. And just rotating up towards the sky. Instead of feeling like, so much of our practice that we're doing is exhaling, moving down, but today, for the effort of the pranavayu activation, I want you to focus on inhale, right, to lift and widen the whole chest region. Right? It's only if we are truly content that we can share our metta or our loving kindness, compassion with all beings. If there's discontent in our minds and bodies, then how can the heart be a giver? Good. Inhale, come back to center. Take the hands down behind you and just switch the legs so that the left knee comes in. Your right leg can be straight out from the right hip, or you can have a bigger angle if you like to, just whatever's more comfortable for your hips here. Good. And then inhale, take the arms up. Good. Exhale, turn towards the bent knee, and then side bend the whole right side body, right, over the same line. So just look that your side body is in the same line of energy as the leg. That right palm can be open. Again, you're not about reaching down here, right? More about extending up and out. So really pressing down through the left hip, extending up and out through the fingers so that the whole side body can open here. Very good. Deep inhalations. Try to lengthen your inhalations. Let the exhalations be more passive. Good. Rotating through the lower chest region up to the sky, and then inhale, come back through center. Hands down. Go ahead and cross your legs. So every Vayu has an associated, you can say, pranayama that's best for that Vayu, right? So for pranavayu, the pranayama that really begins to strengthen the pranavayu will be your kapalbhati, right? This cleansing pranayama that really opens up this whole area of the chest and lungs. So you all pretty much know kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is the forceful exhalation and passive inhalation. If you cannot do kapalbhati due to any hernia, high blood pressure, or pregnancy, you can just, again, focus on longer inhalation, right? And you can do the 3-part breathing, virga pranayam. So breathing into the abdomen, ribs, and then upper chest, and then emptying the same. Otherwise, the rest of you will do kapalbhati, right? Forceful exhalation, passive inhalation. Starting when you're ready, and just feeling the upward flow of that energy activation in the chest region. Just about 1 minute. Either dirga pranayam, 3-part breathing, breathing into the abdomen, ribs and chest, or kapalbhati. Okay, and relax, relax, relax. Without opening your eyes, just take your hands down, stretch out your legs, and lay back down onto the ground, Shavasana. And just feel, right? Maybe we're successful, maybe we're not, but the main thing is to make the effort to feel more what is pranavayu. What is the mystery of pranavayu? Feel what truths about pranavayu come to you. Good. And then just let that energy dissipate, nothing in the mind. Just feeling the sensations in the body. You're going to go ahead and roll over onto your abdomen, coming into Makarasana. Right? That's crocodile pose, holding opposite upper arms and laying your head on the forearms, or stacking the palms and laying the head in the back of the hands. If you can't do Makarasana, then Balasana, child's position, is fine. Apanavayu, Apanavayu, the anchoring Vayu, the Vayu that pulls down, that eliminates all toxic experiences, toxic matter, toxic energies from body and mind. Apanavayu, Apanavayu. As you exhale, contract the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Feel the drawing in and up of the perineum. As you inhale, release the contraction. Apanavayu, governed by exhalation. Remember, we're trying to have prana and apana now meet. Energizing apana now so that it can meet in the middle, meet prana in the middle to further expand the potential of the middle breath, of the middle samana vayu. So energizing apana now with mula bandha, contracting the pelvic floor on the exhalations. Nice if you utilize now ujjayi breath, slight constriction in the throat so that you can hear the full length of the breath as it exits the body. You can even contract the anus, the rectum, and the buttocks themselves, what's called Ashwini Mudra, or the horse gesture. And I'll let you think about why, right? So the pelvic floor and then back into the organs of excretion as well. Everything draws in and up on the exhalation, gaining mastery of this area of the body. And that exhalation draws your mind down into the base where Apanavayu is present. Good. And then slowly release the contractions of the pelvic floor. Take the hands by the sides of the body and then push yourself up to all fours. All fours, stacking the joints here. Good. Right. And then next inhalation, you're going to take your right foot and just reach it straight up. Right. So flexing the right foot, lifting the chest slightly, and then exhale, round the spine, bring the knee towards the nose. So inhale to lift up. And we're going to move the breath in a different way. So as you inhale, it's a quicker inhalation. And as you exhale, it's a slow, deep exhalation with, if you can, mula bandha, the pelvic floor contraction. So inhale. Focus on the exhalation, slight constriction in the throat, if possible in ujjayi. Contraction of mula bandha, maybe even Ashwini mudra, the buttocks contract on the exhalation. Good. Inhale, and then exhale, bring the knee down. Shift to the other side, take a moment, let the hips settle. And then next inhalation, start slow, lifting the left knee, flex the foot. And then exhale, slow, deep exhalation, contract in the lower half of the body. And then when you're ready to start the faster movements, inhale and exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Draw everything in and up. Exhalations, removing toxicity, and remember the unique spiritual aspect of Apanavayu, protection of our inner environment, protection of our external environment, creating the shield of light around us so that no negativity can enter the pranic field. Good. And then exhale, bring the foot down. Inhale, look forward and go ahead and step your left foot forward, right? Tuck the back right toes, and then you're gonna lift the back leg, right? And come into a forward fold for Prasarita Padottanasana. Here you can have the heels out, knees in, taking the hands on the ground, head down towards the ground. Hands can be down, right? If you can't touch the ground, hands on the legs. If you can touch the ground easily, you can hold on to the big toes and fold forward. Try to keep the hips in line with the heels, not too far forward or back. As you exhale again, the deep ujjayi exhalation with the mula bandha, contracting, contracting, contracting the pelvic floor. Good. And then inhale, interlace the fingers, slightly bend the knees, rise up. Exhale, take the hands down. You're going to heel toe the feet towards one another or just walk the feet together. Good. Standing in Tadasana. Vrikshasana, tree position. Lift the right knee and then open the foot either to the ankle, either side of the knee, or to the inner thigh. Good. Hands to the heart. Relax the bottom toes. Really press the left heel into the ground. Now contract the pelvic floor. Draw in and up. See if you can hold now the contraction of the pelvic floor as you breathe in and out. If you can, if you have the balance, arms reach up. Separate or palms together. Otherwise, hands can be on the hips or at the heart. Apanavayu, downward flowing, protecting, purifying. Good. And then bring the knee forward, step down. Take a moment, equalize the hips, and then inhale, left knee. You can use the hand to bend the knee and help the foot anywhere along the leg except the inner kneecap itself. Hands to the heart or the hips. Contract the pelvic floor first and then see if you can hold the contraction throughout the whole progression of the asana. Whatever is happening, arms are reaching, arms are stable. Right? Really feeling the pelvic region here. How the pelvis situates itself on top of the leg bones. Good. And then exhale, step down, right? Close your eyes, feet together. Focusing on the exhalations, down, 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 down. Right? The breathing associated with the apana vayu is your ujjayi breath. So here, constriction strongly in the throat, so you can hear the inhalations and exhalations like you would constrict when you whisper. You can double the length of the exhalation to the inhalation. Or just more emphasis on exhalation. Again, whatever is comfortable for your body. But just feel, you might not be contracting the pelvic floor, but just feel the pelvic floor lifting, the perineum at the base of the pelvis, that muscle at the base of the pelvis, lifting up so that you're reversing the flow of apana. You're drawing it into the center body. Good, and then relax your breathing. Just standing here in Tadasana. Just let now the mind feel prana vayu and apana vayu. The upper half and lower half drawing together now into the base of the abdomen. Samana vayu. Samana vayu. Digestion, assimilation, control over one's destiny and healing potential, control over Agni, fire, and tapas, the heat of transformation. Slowly step the feet apart, about 2 feet wider than the hips. We're going to come into Akunchana Prasarana. Bend your knees. Take your hands on top of the thighs, not on the knees themselves, and then straighten the elbows. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears so that the spine is just very mobile here between the shoulders and the pelvis. Good. Right? Everyone can start with Akunchana Prasarana. That's abdominal squeeze. So exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift the tailbone behind you, broaden the chest, but don't lift the head, keep the head neutral. Exhale, draw into the center, draw the chin in. Inhale, release, right? It's like a standing cat-cow. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the muscles of the abdomen. And just notice when you come to this point, you can contract the pelvic floor and draw the chin in. So you have Mula Bandha, contracting pelvic floor, chin down and in, Janandhara Bandha, and then the belly drawing in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. So all the energy is really drawing to the central hub of the body. Keep going. Nice again to do this ujjayi exhalation and inhalation so you really feel the center of your abdomen. Good. And then for those of you who have high blood pressure or hernia or are pregnant, you just continue in the ANP, or Kunchana Prasarana. Others of you can continue on. And if you're on the first 2-3 days of your cycle, you stay with just a Kunchana Prasarana. Others of you can move to the next step. As you exhale, round the spine, draw in, contract the pelvic floor, all 3 bandhas, and hold the breath in. And then when you feel the need to breathe in, inhale. Right? So remember, contract the pelvic floor, draw in and up, in and up, in and up. Really draw everything to the center, Samana Vayu. Hold there. And then inhale. Now, inhales and exhales with Samana Vayu should be balanced, right? If we're trying to feel Samana Vayu, it's the connection of prana and apana. So inhales, exhales, balance, drawing in, gaining energy from both the exhalation and the inhalation so that you can assimilate. Good. And then next exhalation, draw everything in. Hold the breath out. Keep the breath held out. With the breath held out, try to pump the abdomen forward and back. And then when you feel the call to breathe, breathe in. So exhale all the breath out. Push the abdomen forward and back. And then breathe in. Don't worry if you can't get this right away. Just try one more time. Exhale. Hold the breath out and then just try to move anyway. Anything you can move in that region, move it with the breath held out. And then inhale. Very good. And just breathing, relaxing. Take your forearms on your thighs. Right? So yes, Agni Sara is the best way to really master the temperature in the body. Good. And then come up to stand. Standing in your Tadasana, mountain pose, and just feel Samana Vayu, Samana Vayu. Is my mind linked there? Any sort of twisting position activates Samana Vayu as well. So inhale, you'll bring your arms up, sit down, take the hands to the heart, right? Connect hands and heart, and then exhale to the right side, right? You can either just rotate or bring the elbow down towards the outside of the right knee or thigh and just sitting deep. Now you can sit all the way down to the ground as well if you like, if that's possible for you in your Utkatasana chair position. Otherwise, having the hips higher. Good. Sit, sit, sit. Squeeze, squeeze. Keep rotating, rotating to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale. Without a pause, take to the other side. Balanced breath, the middle breath, in between the inhale and the exhale. Inhale and exhale, equal flow, equal flow. Good. And then inhale, come back through center. Exhale, fold all the way down, head down. Inhale here. And then exhale, bend your knees. You're going to place your knees on the ground, cross the ankles, roll over the ankles, or just move the feet to the side so that you can come to sit. Right? Now, pranayama for your Samana Vayu, for your center of the abdomen, is a practice called Surya Bedi. You can also do Bhastrika, which is forceful inhale, forceful exhale, right? But Surya Bedi is a bit more refined because it uses the nostrils as well. So you can choose. I give you both options. One is just with the Bhastrika, the breath of fire, right in the base of the abdomen. Forcing the breath out, the belly draws in. And then forcing the breath in, the belly pushes out. You hear it sounds like a train engine, right? Surya Bedi is the same, but you're using the nostrils now. So you're forcing the breath in and out like you would in the abdomen, but through the nostrils. So So I take one inhale, one exhale through one nostril, then switch. So just see which one you might like to practice, right? If you cannot practice these, if you're having any issues in the stomach or have anything going on here, just breathing diaphragmatically, imagining that fire in the belly. Always starting on the exhalations. So everybody inhale together. Choose what you'd like to do. And then start with the strong exhalation, strong inhalation. Surya Vedi literally means piercing the sun, to pierce, to penetrate the sun. And if you remember, Samana was all about mastery over the arrangement of planets and mastery over the sun itself, the sun cycles that govern our lives. Just do a pace that's rhythmic and steady, just a minute or so. And then stop. Samana Vayu. Samana Vayu, center of the abdomen. Eyes closed. Feeling the fire principle within. And then go ahead and lay on your backs, please. Feet on the ground, close towards your sitting bones, your sit bones. Palms by the ground as well, face down. Just feeling still Samana Vayu. The collection, that mitochondria in the center of the abdomen, power. Udana Vayu. To fly, to float. The upward mobility, the buoyancy, the lightness, the clarity, creativity. But derived from a connection to Samana, throat center, expression. Press the feet into the ground. Inhale, draw the knees forward in space, lift the chest, and then see if you can come up into Setu Bandhasana or Chatuspadam Pittam, your bridge position. If you can, holding onto the heels or wrapping around the ankles, not unnecessary, or you can interlace your fingers underneath the body, roll the shoulders in. Now, the main thing here is to lift the chest, to connect the chest to the pointy part of the chin so that you seal the bridge of the throat. Sealing the bridge of the throat, practicing ujjayi, feeling the lightness, the buoyancy of the body, udana vayu, lightness and buoyancy. To hold the body upside down. Light breath, light clarity in the mind. Luminescence in the face. And then exhale. Roll all the way down the spine. Relax, relax, relax. As you exhale, you open the bridge of the throat and the energy floods in. Good. Udana Vayu, it's interesting to fly out. A lot of Udana Vayu is about inverting, right? So I'm going to try an inversion, Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. If you don't practice shoulder stand, we're going to try Viparita Karani or just having the legs coming straight up. So bring the knees in, right? And I'll show you, you're going to roll up and down the spine. And you can start with Viparita Karani, hold on to the hips, and then see if you can extend the legs out 45 degrees, right? If you can't, no worries. Just bring the legs straight up and then just feel the energy draining down into the torso and focusing on Udana Vayu in the throat. Otherwise, beginning to straighten the legs right? Coming into Sarvangasana. Don't move the head around. Keep the head neutral. And again, see that same locking and sealing of the throat here. Just staying here for a breath or two. On your own, you can always practice longer, deeper. But for today, just for our purposes of trying to access these places. Good. And then exhale. Bring the legs down towards Halasana if you're in Sarvangasana. And then slowly roll down, 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 all the way down. Bend the knees. Everybody bend the knees. Just come onto your backs. Cross your ankles and then open the knees wide. And then take your hands underneath the upper thighs and buttock region. Matsyasana. So that was really for the back of the neck, and now opening the front of the neck, pressing into the elbows. We can just do a slight Matsyasana, lift the chest, and you feel the head sliding forward to the top of the head. You can just be a slight lift of the chest to open the front of the throat. If you don't want to do that, you can just lift the chin and feel the opening at the front of the throat, keeping the back of the body on the ground. If you practice full fish, you'll press into the elbow points, lift the chest up, let the head hang first, and then light touch at the top of the head towards the ground, gazing inwardly to the center of the eyebrows. Udana Vayu. Proper speech, expression, the spiritual potential to bring the energy to the upper recesses of the spine. Good. And then inhale, lift the head up, relax the head down, right? Take the legs long and just move the head side to side now. Relax any effort now in the body. Once the neck and head are relaxed, just lay back in your Shavasana. Udana Vayu, Udana Vayu. And then let your mind recede from Udana Vayu. Just feel the whole body. Feel the whole body. Yana Vayu. Good. Bring your knees into your chest, right? You're going to roll up to sit. Not done yet, right? Coming onto the feet. Fold forward and then inhale. Reach the arms up. Come to a standing position. Exhale, arms down. Now, Vyana Vayu. If you remember, Vyana Vayu is the extension, the preservative aspect, right, that integrates all the Vayus, right? And so this is done through our strong standing positions in which everything is wide open, right? So go ahead and open out the feet, right? So if you take your arms up, your wrists are above your ankles, right? We're gonna move to Veerabhadrasana 2. You're going to take your right toes and turn them towards the short edge of the mat, away from you, and the left toes towards the long edge of the mat. Good. Right. And before you do anything, just feel the limbs open. Close your eyes. Just feel the energy from the center of your torso, right? All the other Vayus located to the central axis of the spine. And now sending that energy through all the nadis, the nerve channels, subtle body nerve channels. Good. Now, exhale, bend your right knee. Good. Right over the ankle, or you can even move beyond the ankle. Totally fine if you have no knee problems. And then turn the head to gaze over the right middle finger. And instead of feeling like you're pulling your limbs apart, extend your, use your extension, right? Feel the extension from the center of the heart. Remember, the heart, the cardiac plexus is the center, the root of all those 72,000 nerve channels moving throughout the rest of the body. So from the heart extending out, you can have that image in your mind of that picture of the being with all the nadis extending not only within the body, outside of the body as well. Dhyana Vayu. Good. And then inhale, straighten the legs, point the toes forward, open out the arms, right? Full 5-pointed star. And then exhale now. Take to the other side. Left toes point to the short edge of the mat. Right toes point to the long edge. And then exhale, bend. Turn the head to gaze over the left fingertips. Eyes can be half closed. But again, feeling from the center out. If you are having difficulty, take the hands to the hips. Feel from the heart center. And then feel from the heart center, the prana extending out in all directions, and then open the arms. Dhyana Vayu. Dhyana Vayu. All 5 pranas at work now. Inhale, opening the body, star. And then exhale, hands down. Walk the feet together, or you can jump the feet together. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale down, you'll bend your knees and then just come to your seat. If you feel the need to lie down, lie down. The last thing we'll do is Nadi Shodhanam, alternate nostril breathing. Best way now to balance the pranas, balance the Vayus. If you're lying on the back, you don't have to use your hands. You can just feel with your inner mental body, right? Breathing in and out through one nostril or the other. Otherwise, you bring your right hand into Vishnu Mudra. Hold down the index finger and the middle finger towards the face. Thumb will close right nostril. Your ring finger will close the left nostril. And just see if you can feel that lightness of your axial alignment of the spine, that Udana Vayu helping you to sit lightly, buoyantly when you're seated. Good. Take a deep inhale through both nostrils. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Take the hand down. Inhale now as though you're breathing through the central channel. The energy moving upwards, connecting in the middle. Both halves, masculine, feminine, connecting in the middle. Breathing in and out. Prana is that great mother, the giver of life, of nourishment, of peace, of enthusiasm, the great protector. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayam Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all for joining today, for investing in your energy, investing in your life potential. Thank you. Gently opening the eyes when you're ready.